Hi, this is Billie Beene here with a flash world news update. Today's date, March 28, 2024, time about 9 a.m. T attack in Russia #1 and T attack in Russia #2, we believe it may be coming up. And so this is some new information we have on the T attack #1 that happened March 22 at the Crocus Concert Hall near Moscow, and we believe 160 people were killed and about 200 to 250 were wounded by 4 terrorists. Some reports are now saying 5, but I have nothing to go on, so I'm sticking with 4, who were recruited in Tajikistan by the Ukrainian embassy. And it's believed the report, according to the intel Russia has now, was planned and put together by Ukraine, by the U.S. shadow deep state, and the same for France and the UK. And this new information, visiting the Crocus Concert Hall, one or more of the assassins hired by Ukraine out of Tajikistan visited the concert hall 3 times, March 7, March 10, March 14. And Russia, we know, has captured the 4 terrorists. And when they drug tested them, they found 3 out of 4 contained psychotropic meds. And these change an individual's perception of reality. It takes fear down and increases aggression. So we see a plan put in place, and also to juice up the terrorists with meds before they accomplish the attack. We also have this. They were driving around in a white Renault, and on March 21, the day before the attack, they filled it up at a Gazpronet station in the Strogano area. Yep, and this comes from U.S. and European intel as well. Now, before the attack, we know both the UK and the U.S. embassy put out warnings to UK and American citizens in Russia, in Moscow, to avoid large gatherings. This warning began on March 7 and 8, and with the to avoid large crowds. But it's now coming out. This intel that UK and the US had was not shared with Russia. And now we have this coming out, and I believe there may be a second T attack inside Russia. According to New York Prepper from last night, France is warning its embassy inside Russia to put out a warning to French citizens, to tell French citizens to avoid large gatherings. So there's a possibility there's a second T attack being coordinated now by the deep state inside Russia. And now we have this information that yesterday the NATO stationed hundreds of pieces of equipment along the Lithuanian border with Belarus. And we don't know about troop numbers, but the report was Germany had stationed hundreds of pieces of equipment with Lithuania. Now, publicly, this comes out that the president of Belarus, Lukashenko, and oh yeah, some years ago I woke up from a nap and I had that word, Lukashenko. I looked it up and it's some type of hat, but I later found out it refers to a leader as Lukashenko of Belarus. Okay, so Lukashenko of Belarus visited this area yesterday close to the Lithuanian border and put out this information. You know, ostensibly it was intel, but I submit this was a purposeful release of information that Belarus was gearing up to take out the Suwalki Gap, which is a portion of Poland and Lithuania. This is Kaliningrad, a Russian enclave, and the Suwalki Gap would lead from Kaliningrad into Belarus. So Lukashenko said, oh yeah, Belarus is getting ready to take this area for Russia. Now, at the same time, Russia is gearing up here. We know they've had 250,000 troops along the front line with Ukraine. Now they're adding in, I understand, 150,000. Military analysts believe that Lukashenko is giving out information to get Poland and NATO to focus on this area, which will tie up NATO forces, while Russia may come in from this area and down here to either take Kiev or Kharkiv. So that's going on. And currently they're massing in Luhansk. So this concludes my flash. I love you, and I'll see you soon.